It's time for the toe cutting extravaganza known as me maintaining my toes once a month. I did this at the beginning of February, and so now at the beginning of March, it's time to do it again. About once a month, I come in and clean up my toes and keep the skin thin where all the joints flex, and especially around the edges of my toes where the skin just grows or builds up a lot thicker. And it was really time to do it. If I let that skin get too thick, it's going to start cracking, especially if it gets dry. And cracks around the toes are the absolute worst. I would say besides cracks around the heel, cracks around the toes are just so debilitating. So going with the same theory I used yesterday in my crack video where I was dealing with the one that you see is covered in oil here in the middle of my foot, you've got to take the skin down all around the area that's prone to cracking, not just the skin in the cracked area, because it will still get tugged on by all the hard skin surrounding it. So not only do I need to take the skin down in the joints below the ball of my toe, but also you'll see me come in with the shaver just a little bit and do the skin around the edge, the top portion of the ball of my foot where it meets my toes. Originally, I was just going to clean up the edges and underneath the toe pads so that I could prevent cracking, but as I went along, I realized I could just take 5 more minutes and do the whole toes. So, in fact, you'll see me skip around a little bit, but then ultimately come through and do all the toes. A couple of days ago, I did a video talking about some new creams, particularly one I'm very excited about called Keratolyt 5. And so when I do my feet, when I shave my foot in a couple of days, I think I'm only going to shave this foot, my right foot, and I'm going to not shave my left foot and start using the Keratolyt 5 on it, and then we can watch the difference progress as I go from shaved to growing back in versus not shaving and just using a keratolytic agent on my other foot. So I felt very free to come in and clean up these toes as much as I wanted because I'd already cleaned up the crack area, and I know I'm already going to come in and shave this foot pretty soon. So you can look forward to that. But the reason I'm so excited about this Keratolyt 5 cream is because the recommended treatment for this skin is topical salicylic acid, at about a 6 to 12% concentration of the acid. And most of the creams on the market that have salicylic acid in them have like 1, 2%. And then when you get into the higher percentages, it's either prescription strength, which is expensive, or it's stuff for dogs, which is also rather expensive, like $17 to $28 an ounce. And I mean, I've got money, but I don't have money to be spending hundreds of dollars on creams every month, which is about the volume I would need to take care of my feet. So before I go to a dermatologist or podiatrist again and ask for a prescription strength cream, I thought I'd try this one that I found that is 5%, very close to 6%, which is about the recommended amount. And so I'm going to be putting 5% salicylic acid on my left foot. It also has a little bit of urea to help with penetration. And very soon here, I'll be shaving the entirety of my right foot, and then we can watch the two grow together.